In a small village nestled between rolling hills lived a woman named Elara. Known for her kind heart, she spent her days tending to her modest garden and helping her neighbors. Despite her simple life, she often felt an emptiness that whispered to her during quiet evenings. She watched as others thrived, their lives filled with luxuries. She longed for a larger house, new clothes, and a bustling family. One afternoon, while weeding her garden, Elara noticed an old man sitting by the roadside. He wore tattered clothes and had a weathered face, but his eyes sparkled with wisdom. She approached him, curiosity piqued. "What brings you here?" she asked. "I wander," he replied. "I find stories in every corner of this village." Intrigued, Elara invited him to her home for tea. As they sipped from chipped mugs, she poured out her frustrations about what she lacked. The old man listened, nodding thoughtfully. "Do you ever look at what you have?" he asked. Elara frowned. "What do you mean?" "Tell me about your garden," he prompted. "It's just a small patch," she replied. "I grow some vegetables and flowers, but it's nothing special." He leaned closer. "Do you know how many families go hungry? Your garden provides food, and those flowers? They brighten the world." She thought of the villagers who came by for fresh tomatoes and the way her daisies brought smiles. Slowly, a realization dawned on her. "I suppose I never considered it that way." The old man smiled. "If you look at what you have, you'll always have more." Days turned into weeks, and the old man became a regular visitor. With each conversation, Elara learned to see her life differently. She began volunteering at the village school, sharing stories and planting seeds of hope in young minds. The children, in turn, brought laughter and warmth into her days. As she helped others, her heart began to swell with gratitude. She noticed the beauty in her little home, the laughter of her friends, and the bounty of her garden. She started hosting potlucks, inviting neighbors to share meals, and her home became a hub of connection. One evening, as she sat on her porch, watching the sun dip below the horizon, Elara felt a profound shift within her. She realized that while she had once focused on what was missing, she now embraced everything she had: her garden, her friendships, and her purpose. The old man appeared again, and she shared her transformation with him. He nodded, pleased. "You've learned well. Abundance is not measured by possessions, but by love and gratitude." With renewed spirit, Elara thanked him, but he only smiled and stood to leave. "Remember, the world needs your light. Share it." As he walked away, Elara understood that life's richness lay in appreciating what surrounded her. She was no longer just a woman with a garden. She was a source of joy and sustenance for others. From that day on, Elara lived fully, her heart overflowing with gratitude. She learned that in looking at what she had found everything she truly needed. And in that simple truth, she discovered a life far more beautiful than anything she had ever longed for. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Stories Desk channel for more stories.